Welcome to the Douro Valley here in Portugal. Just an incredible space that we're in right now. And this is Hugo here, who is the winemaker for this vineyard that we're on. We're actually staying on this. The Frenchitivity Family is here for a couple nights. And Hugo, thanks for doing this. We just had a great wine tasting. But please, before we get started, let everybody know the name of this vineyard that we're staying on.
Okay, so the name is Quinta Barqueiros D'Ouro. So we are located in Barqueiros region in Douro Valley.
And you have you've owned this property since 2014?
Exactly. Yeah, my parents bought it 10 years ago. So in the beginning we had no experience making wine, so it took us a few years to make a good wine and to get a wine that we're proud of.
Fourth owner of this property?
Exactly.
How old is this structure?
So 170 years old.
170 years old.
It's a very old building. You can see by the walls and the roof, and everything is original. So
it's incredible.
It's very well preserved.
And the flat, obviously we'll show you that as well, is phenomenal. The view of the Douro Valley, the Douro River is incredible. You were telling us during the wine tasting though that when your parents bought this, you guys had no experience. You just mentioned that. Exactly. Why did they take this over with no experience in making wine?
Because they always loved wine, both of them. So it was a bit their goal, so to have something to keep them busy during the retirement. And if they could do it while doing something that they wanted and they loved, like making wine and drinking wine, so they were very happy with it.
Tell everybody a little bit about your vineyard. How many bottles do you make a year?
So in total, we have 5 acres of vineyards. So we produce 10,000 kilos.
Okay.
More or less 40% of our production we sell to a local grape cooperative.
Okay.
60% we use to make our own wine. So right now, for example, this year, we are going to do 5,000 bottles.
5,000?
Exactly.
Okay.
More or less 12,000 of the white, 12,000 of the red, 500 of the rosé, so smaller production, and 500 of the port. So every year we've been growing. So for example, last year we did 3,500.
Okay.
And the goal for next year will be to get 7,000. So our long-term goal, like in 3-4 years, 5 years perhaps, it will be to get 10,000 bottles. And that's it. So we don't plan to grow anymore.
Cap it there, small batch winery.
Exactly.
What were some of the wines that we were tasting? What are some of the features, the wines that we were tasting here tonight?
So for the white wine, we have, in our region, we have a lot of granite soil. So especially for the white wine.
Granite.
Exactly, like the wall here. So we have a lot of minerality and freshness and also very fruity white wine because of the grape Gouveia. Of the red, so you drink very young red.
But it wasn't young, Hugo. It tasted old. It had body. It had tannins. It was amazing.
It aged very well in the cask for 8 months.
Yes.
So you couldn't say that it aged quicker.
Yeah.
So it's only 1 year old, but it looks older.
Yeah.
But still very fruity. So lots of cherries, plums, figs, but also some notes of vanilla and smokiness. And for the port, so both very different. So the white port, lots of caramel, lots of honey, and the tawny port, more like plums, more like figs, and also a bit spicy. So it's a tawny 5 years old, but also very similar to a ruby and very good already for his age as well.
Everything was incredible, and he showed us a wall of all the wine that was produced here and the labels. And again, 2014, the first label came out. So what's the name of the vineyard now? What's it called again?
So the name is Quinta Barqueiros D'Ouro.
Okay.
Quinta Barqueiros D'Ouro.
The wine name now.
Saltacão.
Explain the name about the dog leaping over a step.
Exactly. So Saltacão in Portuguese, it has 2 meanings. So literally, it means jumping dog. Salta is jumping, cão is dog. But I'll get your bottle, it's easier to explain.
Yes.
So it's also the name of these stairs, typical from Douro wine region. The original stairs to move between the terraces in the vineyard. So stone stairs, where half of the stone is inside the wall, the other half is outside. And the outside part creates like these type of stairs that people would use to go through the terraces in the vineyard. They were very deep stairs, so the dogs to go through them would jump. So that's why they started calling them jumping dog stairs. And it's a very interesting name, very funny name. And we have still plenty of these stairs in our vineyard.
Yes.
So that's why we decided to call our wine Jumping Dog, Saltacão.
I love the name. Love the name. Now, also let people know, in your tasting room area, you divided it into the old and the new.
Exactly.
Yes, and you have all the new barrels, but what's part of the old? What is that?
So you have the old place where they used to make the stomping part.
Yeah.
So the big lagar, where they could do 10,000 liters of red wine at the same time. Actually, we have two, so they could do 20,000. And inside the lagar, we have the old equipment of the winery and of the vineyard.
Yeah.
So we have old pumps, we have old stills, we have the old baskets that they use to transport the grapes.
Yes.
A little bit of everything.
And so this gentleman here is the winemaker, but he has a full-time job. This is not
Exactly.
his regular job. He's here after work to do the wine tasting here tonight. What is your full-time job?
So I work in a startup,
Yeah.
but in business development.
Business development. But you want to be a full-time winemaker starting next year?
And next year, 2 years, let's see. But yes, eventually.
All right. Well, your wine is fantastic. It's phenomenal. It was such a pleasure to talk to you and everything. So we want people from the States to buy your wine. We want people all over the world
Yes.
to come and know who you guys are. So thank you for doing
Yeah, my
this.
pleasure.
You
Thank
are
you.
knocking on the door of something special. So thank you.
Thank you, my pleasure.